Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible says, Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day. Hello girls, I'm sure you have heard this Christmas song many times before in school or in other places. Today we are going to read the story, The First Christmas. Okay, now you can see the title here. It says Mary's Surprise. Who is Mary? Mary is the mother of Jesus Christ. Okay, now let's look at the picture first. We see here somebody standing, okay, and this is Mary. Okay, see, she was fast asleep and she is woken up by an angel. This is an angel. Okay, let's see what the story tells us and what did this angel say to Mary. Let's begin reading. Mary's surprise. God speaks to people in many different ways. In very early times, God spoke to his people through special messengers called prophets. But there were no prophets for many years. Sometimes God also chose to speak through angels, right? Let's see what does this angel say to Mary. 3 months before John was born. Who is John? John was the cousin of Jesus. He was born to a very old lady called Elizabeth, and Elizabeth was Mary's sister. Okay, let's begin. 3 months before John was born, God sent the angel Gabriel to a town called Nazareth in Galilee. He had a message for Mary, who was to marry Joseph. Joseph was born in the family of King David. The angel came to her and said, Hello, Mary. God's special blessing is on you. Mary could not understand what the angel said. She was very worried. The angel said to her, Don't be afraid, Mary. This is how God will favor you. You will have a son. You will call him Jesus. He will be known as the Son of God. God will make him a great ruler like his ancestor. Ancestor means forefathers. That means a great grandfather. King David. He will rule over God's people forever. Now let's see what Mary said to the angel. Mary said to the angel, I am not yet married. How can I have a son? The angel answered, The power of God's Spirit will come upon you. So your child will be called the Son of God. Think of your cousin Elizabeth. You remember Elizabeth was that old lady who gave birth to a son. His name was John. Okay. So the angel is reminding Mary that anything is possible with God. People said she could not have a baby. Alright. So people said that Elizabeth could not have a baby because she is very old. But in another 3 months, she will have a baby. Remember, God can do anything. That's right, God can do anything. Right now at this time of the pandemic, we need to remember that God can do anything. We have to only ask of Him. Okay? And how do we ask that? By our prayers, by talking to God. Now what did Mary say? I am God's servant, said Mary. May God do with me as you have said. Alright, we should also try to say that. Say to God that let your will be done in my life. Then the angel went away. Okay, now let's see what happened later. I will try to skip some things which, alright, let's take this now. You can see the title here, Jesus is born. Alright, now we heard about how the angel spoke to Mary and told Mary that you are going to have a baby and that baby's name is going to be Jesus. Okay, now let's see what happened in the story when Jesus is born. The Roman government wanted to make sure that all people of the country paid taxes. Okay, taxes is the amount paid by every earning citizen. So a census was ordered. Census is like a survey. A survey is done. Everyone was asked to return to their hometown or village before the counting started. They're going to count how many people are living. Okay. Joseph's hometown was Bethlehem. You remember the word Bethlehem? Where was Jesus born? He was born in Bethlehem, which was also the birthplace of King David. Okay, let's see what happened in the story. At that time, the Roman king, okay, who was the king then? The Roman king was Augustus. He ordered all the people of his empire to be counted. Okay, you remember people come to our houses as well to find out. They do a census, that is called like a survey. They will ask you how many working members, how many people in your house. You remember? Yes. When this first census took place, Quirinius was the governor of Syria. Joseph went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to the town of Bethlehem in Judea. He belonged to the family of King David, whose birthplace was Bethlehem. Okay, so now he took, what did he do? He took Mary along with him to the birthplace, his birthplace, and that is Bethlehem. Okay, let's see what happened. Joseph took Mary with him. When they reached Bethlehem, it was time for her to have her first baby. But they could not find room in any guest house. So they went into a cattle shed. A cattle shed is a place where the cows and all the farm animals are kept. That night Mary gave birth to a son. She wrapped the baby in soft cloth and put him in a manger. You remember what's a manger? We did that in our English lesson. Yes, a manger is a box in which, you can see this, there is hay. Alright, is a box where hay is kept for the animals to eat, and this is the picture. Okay, let's continue the story first, then I will show you the picture again. Okay, let me take the page a little more higher. Okay, you can see the title there. Okay, good news to the shepherds. That night, some shepherds were taking care of their flocks in the fields. An angel appeared to them. A bright light from God shone over them. Shone means started shining. The shepherds were terribly afraid. But the angel said to them, let's see what the angel said to them. You can see there, she said, don't be afraid. Okay, don't be afraid. I am here with good news. It will bring great joy to you and all people. Today in David's town, your Savior and Lord was born. You will find a baby wrapped in soft cloth in a manger. Then you will know it is true. Soon the sky was filled with a large number of angels. They sang praises to God. And what did they sing? Glory to the Most High God in heaven. Peace on earth to all who please God. Then the angels went back to heaven. The shepherds said to one another, "Let's go to Bethlehem and see what God has told us." So they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in the manger. Then the shepherds told them what the angel had said about the child. All who heard it were amazed. Mary remembered and thought much about these things. The shepherds went back, praising God for all they had heard and seen. It was just as the angel had told them. Okay, now I'll show you the picture. They were so happy when they came to see Jesus. You can see here the shepherds. These are the shepherds. Okay, then you can see Mother Mary here. Okay, and behind her is Saint Joseph. You can see the animals. There is a donkey here. These are all the shepherds. You also see a cow here. Correct? You see baby Jesus in a manger. Right. And here you see some more shepherd. There's another shepherd here. You know who's a shepherd? A person who looks after the sheep. So they were the first visitors to come and see Jesus. And later, do you know who all came to meet Jesus? Yes, there were 3 kings who came to see Jesus. Okay, they came to worship the newborn king. I hope you enjoyed the story, girls. Bye now. Ta-ta. See you.